Oh, sorry. Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic. The timer counted down, I didn't realise it, where we're going to be taking a look at a sequel puzzle to a puzzle I did on the channel a few months ago. This one's called Besties 2. It's by Jeet Sampat, whose puzzles I'm a big admirer of, and you can see it's just 7 and 13 cages. There's a knight's move constraint, there's a little killer diagonal, and that is all. It just looks beautiful, frankly. I did try and find it on Logic Masters. I couldn't find it there, so I don't know much about it. Jeet's submitted it to us, and I'm a big fan of his puzzles. I took one look at the grid and thought I've got to have a go at that, so hence it's arriving on the channel. Untested, I suppose, but I hope it'll be good, and I'll read the rules in a moment or two's time. You'll be able to judge, I guess, by the length of the video if indeed I have managed to solve the puzzle, and it does become a video, how hard I found it. But why is this the second video of the day? Well, it's because earlier on there was a crossword video. So we do battle with the Times crossword every Friday in what we call our masterclass. And a lovely puzzle earlier on today. So if you want to either get into or just improve your cryptic crossword solving, I do recommend checking out that video. There might be something to enjoy there. Other than that, well, let's talk about this, which is a rather wonderful thing we've got going on Patreon at the moment. It's our September competition, Back to the Future Sudoku hunt from Blobz. This was the state of play yesterday, where we'd already had nearly 1,300 solvers of the first puzzle and 200 solvers of all of the puzzles. Let's reload this and see where we're up to. Let's see if it works more quickly than it did yesterday. When I refreshed it yesterday, it took ages. Yeah, look, it's still... I mean, look at how quickly people are finishing it. It's just fantastic. It really is. Big fan of the movie. Huge fan of Blobz's puzzles. Check it out. The prize is the chance to solve a puzzle with me, which might be of interest to some of you. And the closing date is the 20th of the month. What else can I tell you about? Oh, I would recommend anybody who hasn't seen it yet. I did this puzzle yesterday called Packing Problem by Clover on the channel. This is a really, really brilliant puzzle. Very original and very, very cleverly set. It's not that hard, but it is super clever, so definitely have a look at that if you haven't had a chance to see that already. What else can I tell you about? Let me look at my list. Birthdays. I've got 2 birthdays to do. David, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your wife Aislinn wrote to us and told us this is the first birthday that you've had since the 2 of you have got married. So many congratulations on the marriage, many congratulations on your birthday. Aislinn was keen to say how loved you are by your friends and family, and they're all so proud of you. And I gather that she is planning chocolate ice cream cake for you. Now, I'm not sure what that is. It sounds very nice. I do like ice cream and I do like chocolate cake, so if it's some sort of amalgam of the two, that can only be good. I just hope it's got enough icing. That's obviously the main criteria with chocolate cake. But David, many happy returns. And then another birthday, a 21st birthday today for Madeline. Madeline, I know it's your birthday because your mum wrote to us, your mum Maria, and thought that you might like a shout out on the channel. I hope that's true. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a brilliant 21st birthday. I was 21 just recently, and yeah, I can't remember the cake I had, but I hope the cake you get is very, very chocolatey and well iced. And that's all the news. So why don't we have a look at Besties 2 by Jeet Sampat, and I'll read you the rules of this puzzle. We have got normal Sudoku rules applying, so we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Any 2 cells separated by a single chess knight's move must contain different digits. So, whatever this digit is, that cannot go in any of those cells. So I was going to say, imagine this is a 1. It can't be a 1 because it's in a 13 cage. Imagine it's an 8. If this is an 8, then none of those green cells could be the digit 8, because if they were, they would be a knight's move from another 8, and that's too naughty for words, and it would mean you get the puzzle wrong. So don't do that. Now, digits in a cage are summed to the clue in the cage's top left corner, and all of these cages are dominoes, so we don't need a rule today about not being able to repeat digits in cages. Normal Sudoku rules prevents us from repeating digits in any of these cages. Now, what else? The clue outside the grid gives the sum of all the digits along the indicated diagonal. So those cells sum to 39. Digits may repeat on this diagonal if allowed by the other rules. So, yeah, that makes sense, does it? So that digit could be the same as that digit, could be the same as that digit. That's totally possible. And they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. And there are a number of things that are intriguing me instantly about this grid. The first, well, okay. I'll tell you the first thing. I'm not sure how useful it is, but I'll tell you what it is. The first thing is that I do know a bit of a trick about 7 cages and 13 cages. I'm not even sure I don't know this trick because of Jeet's original Besties puzzle. The trick, such as it is that a 7 cage must always contain what I'll call a middly digit. And by middly, I mean middly in the realm of Sudoku. So if we think of the Sudoku digits 1 to 9, the low digits I think of as being 1, 2, and 3. The middly digits are 4, 5, and 6, and the high digits are 7, 8, and 9. Now a 7 cage must always contain a middly digit, but so must a 13 cage. And we can see that if we think about the options for a 7 cage, you could have 1, 7. Wah! What's going on? My brain inverted everything. You could have 1, 6, 2, 5, or 3, 4. And for a 13 cage, you can have 4, 9, 5, 8, and 6, 7. So I suspect what we have to do is to try to allocate the middly digits amongst these cages. That is my first thought, possibly by reference to by thinking about the knight's move. For example, whatever's the middly digit in there can't be in these cages at all, can it? Because imagine this was 1, 6. Oh. Then neither of these can be 1, 6. Sorry, I'm just pausing because I thought what we might be able to do is to sort of immediately colour these 3 different colours. I've realised that's wrong because the knight's move constraint doesn't work like a king's move constraint, basically. So it is possible. You know, if this was 1, 6, that could be 1, 6, I think, without breaking any rules. So that might not be how we start it. It probably is how we start it, but just not like that. Actually, no, I was going to try and do the same with these 3 13 cages. While it's certainly true to say they can't be the same, because imagine this was 4, 9. Now you can't put the digit 4 in either of those cells, so this can't be 4, 9. But let's say that was 5, 8. Could that be 5, 8? Well, it would have to be 8, 5 in that order, but why is that impossible? No, okay, so sorry, this might not be... Or we may have to amalgamate the 13 cages and the 7 cages somehow. There's going to be 2 middly digits used in those 4 cells. But is it possible? Could they all be low digits? By low, I mean sort of 1, 2, and 3, the accompaniment of the middly digit. Maybe. It's not the diagonal, is it? I don't think, my first reaction when I saw the size of the diagonal, I don't think this is interesting. And that one way to see that or feel that that's true is to imagine what's the average Sudoku digit. Now, the average Sudoku digit is the digit 5, isn't it? So if every cell on this diagonal was absolutely bang average, then the diagonal would sum to 45, 5 lots of 9. There are 9 cells on the diagonal, and that's not very different from 39, so this is slightly lower than average, but not really very much. I think it's more likely this diagonal is used late in the puzzle as a sort of disambiguator. But, okay, now I do have one other thought to investigate, and that, well, no, 2 other thoughts. It's not maths, is it? I was just wondering, you know, we've got an awful lot of real estate covered by cages here, and there is a secret in Sudoku, something I share with only my very favourite people. But the secret of Sudoku is, because if you're watching this video, I share the secret liberally with people who watch the videos because they are my favourite people. The secret of Sudoku is that box there sums to 45. Because, of course, it contains the digits 1 to 9, once each. That's what the rules of Sudoku tell us. So this adds to 45. Yeah, the problem is there's a lot of gaps here, isn't it? And I don't know what this sums to. I know that's the Fistemfell ring, which is the other thought that we can think about with the puzzle. Because there's a weird, maybe let's just think about that. So for those of you who are uninitiated, there is a weird theorem that applies in all Sudoku puzzles that states that these 16 cells here are the same digits as these digits in the corners of the puzzle. And I'll only prove this if I can see a point of proving it, but there is an extension then of this mad idea, so that is a truth. Just take that, just go with me. If you've never seen that before, it might sound balmy, but it is true. There is an extension of that logic that applies in a knight's move constrained puzzle, and that rule says that it says that the ring here, this green ring, has to contain at least 8 of the Sudoku digits, and if it only contains 8, the 9th digit will be in the middle. So either the green ring and therefore the purple cells contain all 9 digits, that's one possibility, or they contain exactly 8 with the 9th going here. You cannot only put 7 digits in the ring, which is a weird rule. It's a weird rule. Not rule, it's a weird principle. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we would use it here, to be honest. I mean, the only thing that looks constrained in the Fistemfell ring itself, the high digits are difficult to play. Oh, you could put a high digit in there, but the 7 cages can't obviously have 7s, 8s and 9s in them. So, okay, that is mildly interesting, because what that means, I can't miss, in these cells here, let me just highlight those yellow cells, there have to be at least Hang on, I've just noticed something else here. That's much more important. Well, what let me complete the thought. I was going to say that those yellow cells have to contain at least 2 of the high digits. Because if they didn't, then it wouldn't be possible to put 8 different digits into the ring. But I can actually do much better than that. I'm going to look at this cage. Now this cage, indubitably, has a high digit in it. I don't know what that high digit is, but in this cage there is a 7, 8 or a 9. And here's my question. Where's that digit going in the Fistemfell Well, where's it going in yellow? Yeah, and where's it going in green? Let's start off with that. Where's it going in green? Because if it's 7, 8, 9, it's not going in the cells that are only green. And can it go in any of the yellow cells? Well, it can't go in the ones in its own column. And it can't go in any of the horizontal ones because of the knight's move constraint. Even if this was high, it would see both of those by knight's move and this one in its row. This one sees both of those in its row and this one by knight's move. So actually, there is a digit. Hang on, so what does that mean? So that means that it means that the high digit in there is definitely not in the Fistemafell ring. And therefore, I'm sure that it must mean something. So what we should do while my brain ponders that thought is just do a couple of proofs, because I don't like to just refer people to other videos. Every Cracking the Cryptic video, we try to make it a self-contained exercise to try and encourage new viewers. So I apologise. If you've seen this proof before, you can just skip forward a little bit. But if you haven't seen it before, I think this is really, really rather beautiful. I got to do this proof on Numberphile, and it was one of the great treats for me. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight some parts of the grid. I'm going to highlight all of those cells in green. And I'm going to claim, I think legitimately, that I can define exactly the contents of these green cells. Because what I've got here is one complete row here, another complete row here. So that's 2 complete rows, plus this complete box, plus this complete box. Now we know each of the things I've just defined contains a set of the digits 1 to 9. So these green cells altogether contain 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, don't they? That must be what the overall contents of green is. That within green overall there will be 4 1s, 4 2s, 4 3s, all the way through to 4 9s. Now, I'm going to highlight some other cells, this time in purple. Can we define exactly what the purple cells contain overall? Well, yes. Each of these columns is a complete set of the digits 1 to 9, so purple also contains 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. So we can state at this point that the green cells and the purple cells contain an identical set of digits. So if we were to remove this from green and from purple, what could we now say about green and purple? And the crucial thing to understand is that what's left in green here and what's left in purple are still the same. We now don't know exactly what the contents are, but we knew they were 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, so they were both identical in composition before we took out the same thing from both sets. So they must still be the same. And we can do that for all of the cells that have 2 colours in them to arrive at this position, which is the classic proof of the Fistemafell ring. But we've not even talked about knight's moves yet. So my contention with knight's moves was to say there must be at least 8 different digits in the ring. Now, how can I allege that? And this is the crucial thing. Let us imagine that there is a digit in this puzzle that is not in the ring, is not in green, and therefore not in purple. Where would it go? Well, hopefully you can see that in box 1 it would have to be in one of those cells, wouldn't it? In box 3, box 9, box 7. It would have to go in these cells. And now you get this beautiful windmill effect. Because imagine actually in box 1 it was in the vertical, it was in this domino. Then hopefully you can see that in box 7 it would be in this domino, in box 9 it would be in this domino, and in box 3 it would be in that domino. So one possible disposition of this fictitious, or this digit we're hypothesizing exists, which isn't in the ring, is in the black cells. Now the other possibility is that it's in here, 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 and here. So it's in the blue cells. So either this fictitious digit, or the hypothesized digit, is either in blue or it's in black. Now, whichever is the case, we can ask the following question. Let's look at this box and ask where this digit is in this box. Could it ever be in these two cells? No, because these cells, whether this hypothesized digit is in blue or black, these two cells see blue and they see black because of the Knight's Move constraint. So that digit cannot be in here. We know it's not in green because we specified it's not in the ring. The same logic applies there. It can't be in these two cells. So the critical question we need to ask is, where is this digit in row 5? And the answer is it must be in one of those 3 cells. And then we can ask, where is this digit in column 5? Because it also can't be here. These two cells see blue and black, and it can't be in here. So in column 5, it must be in one of those 3 cells. And there is only one cell then that meets those 2 criteria. We know in row 5 it's got to be in the middle box, and in column 5 it's got to be in the middle box. So it has to be in the middle of the puzzle. That is the only place that this hypothesized digit that we've just been talking about can go. So how could there be a second of these hypothesized digits? Well, there couldn't be, because say that we've decided that this is a 4. We've said there's no 4 in the ring, and therefore there must be a 4 in here. How could there also be a 5? Because the logic will take us through and put the 5 here as well, and that can't simultaneously be 2 different digits. So there is a maximum of 1 digit in any Sudoku, any Knight's Move Sudoku, that is not in the ring, and it goes in the middle cell. And in fact, that has now allowed me to conclude something that I hadn't grokked before when we were doing this. So sorry about that, it's a bit of theory. But now, I'm going to get rid of, am I going to get rid of the ring? I will, just for a moment. So what I'm going to say is that yes, the high digit, no, I'm not going to get rid of it. The high digit in here cannot go in the Fistimofel ring, and therefore it is in the middle of the puzzle. So that digit I'm going to claim is, firstly, it's a 7, 8 or a 9 because it's high, and that's why it couldn't go in the 7s. Secondly, by the Knight's Move theorem, it has to go in the middle of the puzzle. So that, yeah, see, we're going to have to start colouring now. This is going to get complicated. I am going to get rid of the ring. Sorry. Yeah, so this digit here, we'll keep the greens constant. So lime green partners with dark green to add up to 13. And now, what does that mean? So now we know yeah, this is lovely. Good grief. Right. So now I want to look at this box, where I'm going to allege something. This box contains a high digit. This cage contains a high digit. And we know that the high digit in this cage is in the Fistimofel ring, because the only one that isn't is that one. So the high digit in this one is in the Fistimofel ring. But, oh no, I'm wrong. Oh, Bobbin's face. I thought I was going to be a... No, I'm wrong. I was about to say it has to go there, because I could see... Sorry, no, it didn't go here, because I could see this cell sees those 3 by the Knight's Move. But I was overlooking a possibility, which is that the high digit in there is the same as the high digit in this 13 cage. Oh no, so I might not actually be any further forward than I was. Oh, you rotten old puzzle. Oh, oh, sorry. Okay. It's got to be something like this, hasn't it? It's something to do with high digits. Okay, yes. Right. Where is the high digit? Where are the high digits in box 5? Now, the answer is I don't really know, but I do know they are not in 7 cages. I also know I can only put 1 in this 13 cage. So there must be a high digit in one of those 2 cells, mustn't they? There must. But that high digit, exactly the same as the logic I was trying to apply to this cage and failing, but the high digit in here, that has to appear in the ring. Where? This puzzle is very, very clever. It's very clever. Now, imagine that this high digit is there. Where can it go in the Fistamafel ring? It can't ever go in a 7 cage. And if it's there, it can't go in its own row. It can't go there. It can't go there by the knight's move. So the only place it could go would be there. That is the one position it can go in the ring. What about if this was the high digit instead? It's the same logic. This cell sees that one, and that one by knight's move, and that one by knight's move, so it has to go there. So that digit is the same. The logic's weird because it sort of works backwardsly to the way you expect. So that is 7, 8 or 9. It goes in one of these 2 positions. Its friend can be blue. Let's make that 4, 5 or 6. But this is lovely now. Because now I can do the logic on this one. Because I know that this must have a high digit in it that is in the ring, and it's not the sort of indigo high digit. This is the 3rd high digit, and it can't go there because it's in the ring. And if it was here, if this was the 7, 8, 9, it couldn't go into any of those 3 positions and therefore couldn't appear in the ring. So that would be wrong. So this is 7, 8 or 9. I'll make that one red. I'll make that one orange, which is quite close to red. And therefore I've now got what I was originally trying to do by a much less complicated method. I've now got 4, 5 and 6 in different colours, and I've got 7, 8 and 9 in different colours. And I know red has to go in one of those 3 cells, but it seems to have quite a free reign in terms of how it might do that. Oh, no, what I was about to say is nonsense. Let's try and avoid the nonsense. Okay, so what we should do... Yeah, we should look at this cage, I think. Because this cage is a 7 cage, therefore it's got a middly digit in it. And that middly digit is not orange and it's not blue, because of the knight's move constraint. So this one can't go there and it can't go there. This one can't go there and it can't go there. So the middly digit in here is green and it can't go there because of the knight's move. So that is dark green, and therefore we don't know. This is a low digit, but we've not allocated it a colour yet. We'll do black. So black and dark green add up to 7. So neither of these now is a black dark green pair. Oh, bobbins, I don't know what to do with that. This one is easier. Right, this one, because it can't have black in it, it can't have dark green in it, and it can't have blue in it, so its middly digit is orange, and that can't go there. This is brilliant, isn't it? It's just beautiful. And now this needs... Okay, this one needs a colour. We'll make it yellow. So that's a 1, 2, 3, a yellow. Oh, that was a crash from the kitchen, which is a terrifying noise. Hopefully everything's all right. Okay. So now, well, now this one. What's this one? Sorry, I could have done this one earlier, couldn't I? What's this one? It's not got orange middly digit. It's not got dark green middly digit. So it's got to have blue middly digit, and that can't be there. So that's blue, which has to have a friend in the form of a low digit. I've only got one colour left. So the sort of the hierarchy, if you like, we've got purple, blue, indigo. They're a sort of set. Lime green, dark green, black is a sort of set. And red, orange, yellow is a sort of set. Ah, look, these two. This one can't have purple or yellow in it, but it needs a low digit in it, so that's going to have to be a black digit. That's depressing, actually. So we know that this is a black. This is the same variety as this one, but we don't, I think, know the order. Somebody probably does, but I don't. Oh dear, hang on. I've got a problem here. Isn't this also black, dark, green? Because this one needs a middly digit. Well, actually, it's not so bad, providing the knight's move isn't going to get us in a pickle. Yeah, I mean, this needs a middly digit. That seems to have to go there by Sudoku. So therefore, that's a black digit. And that's going to unwind this X-wing beneath it, look. So it's going to have to be in that order. Now, let's just take a quick look and see whether we've got anything pointing at the same colour a knight's move away. I don't actually think we do. I think that was a possibility I had foreseen when we were looking at this up here. But it does seem to have emerged in just a different way. We already knew neither of these 7 cages was black, dark, green, didn't we? Yellow can't go there, so yellow is in one of 2 places in box 5. Yellow in box 8, maybe? Yellow can't go. Yeah, we can get yellow actually. Where's yellow in box 8? It can't go in a 13 cage because it's a 1, 2 or a 3. It would have to partner up with 12, 11 or 10, and they don't work, do they? So it's not there. It's not in its own row. It's not a knight's move away from itself, so it is there. Which means yellow is in one of those 3 cells. Now, no, bobbins, that doesn't work. I thought I could see something to do there. Oh! Yeah, where's black in this box? Is that what, does that work? Yeah, black's got the same profile really as yellow did vis-a-vis a 13 cage. It just can't go in there. Yeah, so I think that has to be a black digit. Might be wrong, but I mean that felt logical. Black, oh look, black can be placed in row 5. It can't go in either of these 2 cells because this one would see them by knight's move or by Sudoku. So that digit's black, I'm going to claim. That can't be black. Black's up there somewhere. Black in box 2 is restricted but not placed, I'm going to claim. One of those 2 cells, I think. Oh, where's black in this box? It can't go here. It would be a knight's move away from itself. It can't go in a 13 cage. I think that cell's got to be black. So that's no longer black. The blacks at the top of the grid have been resolved now. We've got lots of those placed. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be able to get all the black digits because we've got 8 of them. So I should be able to get the 9th. I think I'm going to claim it's here. So that's lovely. And that's going to be incredibly important for the following reason. what is... Yeah, well, okay, where's yellow in box 6? This is just beautiful, isn't it? It's not too difficult. Once we had the insight about the middle box, I shouldn't have said it's not too difficult, but do you know what I mean? It's not been monstrous to place the digits. What's this 13 cage made up of? What's its middly digit? It's not orange and it's not blue, so it must be green, and we can do the order. It's got to be the inverse of this one by Sudoku. So that's 7, 8, 9. That's 4, 5, 6. What colours have we got left to put in here? I know pink is one of them. Why can't I immediately... Oh, orange. No, red. Oh, red. I can do red. Red by Knight's Move is very nice. So this digit is pink, or purple if you prefer. And we've got box... we've got box 6 home and hosed, and box 5. We've placed 6 digits, and we have pencil marked the other digits, which might be useful. Yellow's got to be in one of those 2 cells by Sudoku in box 2. If this is... Oh, well, that's quite interesting. So this digit's always low. Whether it's yellow or pink, it's a 1, 2 or 3. So that is a 4, 5 or a 6. Now, can we get the colour? Orange or blue are the options for this one. Let's actually put that in. Orange or blue. It's got to be one of them. Don't know. Not sure, sorry. Oh, I tell you something I can do. I can place lime green in box 8, because lime green can't go in the 13 cage, because we know that lime green partners up with dark green, and dark green has disappeared already, so that's got to be lime green, which probably is interesting, he says, desperately trying to work out why. What is... I don't know, oh dear. What is... I mean, what we've got in box 8 now, we've got a 13 cage here, which is either the same as this one or the same as this one. So this is a sort of virtual 13 cage. Those 2 cells add up to 13. And if this was orange-red, we'd know the order. In fact, whatever, we'd know the order, wouldn't we? Because if this is blue-indigo, that would be blue. And this would be indigo. Oh, I thought that was going to work. Because that can't be indigo, this one here. Because this sees that one and that one in box 5 because of the Knight's Move. But that one might be able to be indigo. Okay, I'm not sure then. Oh, can I get those 2 digits at the top of column 6? Because I've got everything else is actually specified, isn't it? I've got to put lime green in. Lime green and something. Why can't I immediately just see that? I don't... Oh, it's indigo. Well, indigo can't go there. So that's got to be indigo. And that's got to be lime green. Which may do some... Yeah, that's beautiful. Right. Now, where does lime green go in box 3? And the Knight's Move knocks those 2 out. So I get a free lime green digit. Lime green's got to be in one of those. It can't go in a 7 cage because it's too big. Lime green... I don't think it's going to be placeable down there, but we'll put it in. I tell you something we could do. I mean, I'm going to do this because it's logical, and that's what the channel is about. I was going to say, lime green's in one of these 2 cells. I know what one place lime green isn't, and that's in the Fistemafell ring. So how can it be in the 2x2s in the corners? It can't be. That's gorgeous. You can never put lime green in this puzzle in the 2x2s in the corners because we have proved it didn't go in the Fistamafell ring. So that's definitely not lime green. And lime green doesn't this have to be lime green for exactly the same reason now? I think it does. We can't put lime green in the corners. I just haven't focused on this. Lime green is in one of those two. So we're sort of X-winged. Okay, but that's still good. How many lime greens have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got 7 and 2 more left to place, which is good. That's good. That's fine. So now, maybe this column? What do we need in this column? One of the things we need is pink, which is either there or there. Another thing we need is red. Oh, red. Where's red? Red can't go there. So red's got to be down here. That feels like a worthy pencil mark. Red's in one of those 3. Red car. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Because there was something we were thinking. Oh, no, it doesn't work. I was going to say there was something we were thinking about regarding these 2 cells. Maybe we have to pencil mark this now, actually. Because if this is red-orange, it's got to be in that order. And that doesn't break this. And then this would be blue indigo. We don't know whether that's blue yet, do we? So that would be the option. Or this is blue indigo, and it would have to be blue on top of indigo, and this would be orange red. But this couldn't be red because that would knock red out of this box. So this would have to be red, and this would have to be orange. Right, that's good. So what I'm seeing there is that orange, in this box, orange is always in column 5. So there is an orange in one of, I don't really know how to put that in, but one of those 3 is orange. We already knew these can't be orange. Oh, okay, where's orange in box 9 is an interesting question. Actually, that's great. That's going to do work for us. Where's orange in box 9? It can't go in its own column. It can't be a knight's move away from itself. So it is in one of those 2 cells, looking at this one. And now once this can't be orange, that can't be red. This has to be indigo blue. This has to be, and we know the order, this has to be orange red. Let's actually just put that in. So red is 7, 8, 9. Orange is 4, 5, 6. So red is now in this domino at the very top of the puzzle by Sudoku. Red can't go there. It would be a knight's move away from itself. So this one is red. Ah, this is lovely. Now, what are the 2 digits we need in this column? I know one of them is pink. What's the other one? Why can't... Oh, green. Oh, surely I can get green. Can I not get green? Oh dear, oh dear. Maybe I can't. Sorry. That's hopeless, isn't it? I do think that dark green might be a bit restricted. I know it can't go there. Dark green can't go. Dark green's in one of those. I mean, maybe I've got to do be a bit more liberal with my pencil marking. So green, dark green is in one of those 2. One of those 3. It's not great actually, as it's not really getting things done. That can't be red by knight's move, so the reds are in one of those 2. Oh, that's interesting. Red is in one of these 2. I hadn't seen that, but that's just straightforward little old Sudoku, which may or may not matter. Let's think. Oh, that can't be red. There's a red looking at it, so that's not red. So now we can ask, yeah, that might have been available for a while. Where is red in row? This is good, actually. Where's red in row 3? And the answer, red is a big old digit, so it's not here. It's got to be in one of those 2 cells. But now, where is red in column 3 is a good question. Because our pencil marks are indicating it's not in box 1 or 7. So I think it has to be there. And that's this is beautiful, actually, because look, that then reaches over here by Knight's Move and fixes itself, which fixes itself here. And there we go. We've done some other thingies. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's lime green. That's looking at that one. So that's become a lime green thingy. Technical term. Surely I know what that is now, or do I not? Indigo or indigo or pink by Sudoku. Well, it's not. It's lovely. It's lovely. How could this be indigo? If it's indigo, where do I put the indigo in box 5? It couldn't go here and it couldn't go there by Knight's Move, so that's not indigo. That's pink, which means that is not pink, which means that is pink. This seems to be a naked single indigo now. So that's not indigo. That's got to be yellow. Yellow is a low digit. Pink goes with blue on a thingy, on a 7 cage. So this is, this is doing all sorts now. Because now this is a sort of virtual 13 cage up here. But also that blue is forcing that to be blue and forcing that to be indigo. I've just seen, I've been going at this for 47 minutes. I've hardly looked up. It's, oh look, this is indigo now. It's just an absolute pleasure, isn't it? Now, what are these digits? Surely we can get these done now. We can certainly colour them. One of them is blue. One of them is blue, and it's not that one. So one of those 2 is blue. Yellow, oh, okay. Yellow and blue are a pair, which means this digit should be available. That's got to be, I was going to say, no, it's not dark green, is it? What is it? Orange. That's orange, apparently. Okay. Is that good? It might be. Orange now can't go in any of those. Could that be orange? Orange goes with yellow, so yes, it could. Bobbins. Oh, here's a point. I've got orange there and orange there, so orange is in one of those 2 in row 7. Well, it's not now. It's not now in this one, so that's got to be orange, which means orange is in one of those 2 cells. Yeah, that's important. Because this is a trick that comes up a lot in Knight's Move Sudoku. How could this be orange now? If this is orange, how would we put orange into box 1? We couldn't put it in its own row, and we couldn't put it a Knight's Move away from itself. It just won't work. So that's got to be red. That's got to be orange. And now we know, at least we know the order of those, which means that this is now red. That's no longer red. So this one becomes 7, 8, or 9. Which is probably important. What about row 7? Maybe I should have looked there earlier. There's a lot going on, isn't there? We have not put in the 2 blues. That's what we can do it. We can just fill them in, which is a good thing. So that's a blue and that's a blue. Oh, nearly. No, this is good. Where's normal blue in box 9 by Sudoku? It's in one of these 2, but it actually has to be exactly there, doesn't it? So that's a win for the goodies. So blue's making its way, whoopsie, towards the corner. It's not a 3 though. What 3s are going to be yellow? Yeah. These are the colours of 3. I'm just wondering if we could have a 3 in the corner today. Not sure. We've actually not done very well at getting to the corners yet, have we? Okay, so where should we look next? What colour? Oh, okay, I've not pencil marked pink into this box, and it's got to be in one of those two. But unless I'm misreading it, I can't see which of those is... Oh, I see. Is it this column then? So this is also sort of pink or green, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Where's pink in this box? And the answer is I don't know, as usual. But that means it can't go here. Because if this was pink, it would knock pink altogether out of box 2. So that's got to be lime green, and that's got to be pink in the column. For we needed both of those digits. So this is 1, 2, 3. That's 4, 5, 6. That loses its greenification. That becomes a naked single in the weirdest way. That can only be the colour orange. This can only be the colour dark green. So 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Check we've got one of each type, and I think we do. These are not dark green anymore, so that's dark green. Oh, I thought for a moment I had 2 dark greens in box 7. I was like, no, and we've messed it up. But so far, we're still going. That digit is very doable, he says. I think it's a 7, 8 or 9. It's the one I've not put in, which is, yeah, it is. It's indigo. So these digits include pink, which I can put in the corner. Pink and yellow, and they're both 1s, 2s, 3s. Yeah, what's going to happen is we're going to finish the grid, and then this diagonal is going to come to our rescue somehow. Probably. Yeah, let's look at this column. Can I do those 2 digits? What are they? Orange and something. Orange and it's orange and indigo again. I think if I'd focused harder on indigo, I'd have done better. But I've done my best. It just, some of you may be sailing through this at a faster speed than me. Right, now this one is now definitely orange. That's huge. Because getting this as orange means we know this is now yellow, don't we? Because orange and yellow are a pair that add up to 7. So that becomes, you've guessed it, blue, which is 4, 5 or 6. Blue can't go there by Knight's move, so blue goes here. Blue goes in the corner. That's no longer blue. We need to put a pink in here. It can't go there by Knight's move, so that's got to be the pink. That's got to be the yellow. These are 1s, 2s, 3s. Oh, that which unwinds this rather prettily, doesn't it? So that goes there. That goes there. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple. Which means these squares by Sudoku are yellow and pink. And what's more, we know the order. That's got to be the yellow. That's got to be the pink. And this digit is indigo. 7, 8 or 9. Well, that was delightful. But now we need something to actually arithmetically figure this out, don't we? So what have we got? On this diagonal we have got, well, the first thing I'm seeing is we've got 1 of each low digit. So that's 6, isn't it? Those 3 have to add up to 6. So we need 33 in the remainder, which is these digits. And what have we got there? We've got 2 oranges, 2 blues, 2 oranges, 2 blues, lime green, and yellow. Now, what relation do they have to each other? Lime green and yellow are not in a relationship, are they? No, actually they're not. Yellow is a friend of orange. So I could tie one orange together with the yellow to make 7. Is that worth doing? It probably is. So now I've got those 3 and those 2, and I'm on 7 and 6. I'm on 13. So I need another 26 from these. Is that even possible? Oh, well, Yes, it is. I think it's maxed though. Let me just double check this. So I think I need 26 more. If I made lime green 9, I need 17 more. And then I have to double 6 the blue and make the orange 5. And that will get me enough. And it's the only way. Obviously, if I made the orange 6 and the 2 blues double 5, I don't get the same effect because I'm doubling a smaller number. So that's it. Right. It's brilliant. So we have to max out. So now what we've just learned is that blue. Oh, well, that didn't work. I want to double click blue and I want to make it 6. Lime green, I want to double click and I want to make that 9. And I need to make orange 5 wherever that occurs. And I think that should allow us now to propagate some of these things, because obviously lime green being 9 tells us that dark green is now 4. Orange being 5 tells us that yellow is now 2. Blue being 6 tells us that purple is 1. This red is now 8 by mathematics. Green, black is 3. Again, I mean, it's just filling itself in, isn't it? And 7. Indigo is 7, I'm going to claim. There. Boom. Done it. Isn't that brilliant? What a brilliant puzzle. Is it correct? Yes. Oh goodness. Okay, it's had very few solves. Very few solves. But I have added to that count. That is a brilliant puzzle, Jeet. Again. It's super original, isn't it? I've never seen that use of the... In fact, I think this cage is so cleverly structured that by putting a 13 cage there and disposing the 7 cages around the Fistmafell ring in a way where the gaps in the 7 cages always see every cell of this 13 cage, so there has to be a digit that's not in the ring, and then you know that's got to be the middle digit. It's just... That is so, it's brilliant. It really is brilliant. Yeah, it is brilliant. I'm just sort of recapitulating the logic in my head now. I'm trying to check there's no holes in it. I don't think there's a hole in it. The digit that's not in the ring has to go in the middle of the puzzle. The only digits... That had to be 7, 8 or 9, didn't it? Because if it wasn't... Yeah, I think that was right. I'm just questioning my own logic now, but I think it was right. It felt right at the time. And, wow, just hats off. That's a stellar puzzle. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.